Hi guys! Welcome to my new sewing tutorial. Today I want to show you how to make the ARIA dress from my ARIA dress pattern. I was cutting all the fabrics last night and today let's start with the shoulder seams. So I'm grabbing the back bodies and the front bodies as well, and then I'm placing them left side on left side. I'm going to make a French seam for the shoulders. I think it's the best way to do it and gives us a nice clean finish. So match the shoulders to each other, and then we're stitching the first seam with 0.5 cm or 2/8 of an inch. Now once we've done this, we can press the seam open and flip it all inside out, so right sides are facing right sides, and we pin and stitch the seam again with 1 cm or 3/8 of an inch. Now flip it back and the French seams are done. So next step, bias tape. You want to take a square of fabric and fold it diagonally. Now cut it diagonally into two triangles and flip one of them over, pin together at a short straight side. We stitch that with a footer's width, which is 0.5 cm to 1/8 of an inch. Now open that seam and we mark our bias tape on the long edge like this. Is a big parallelogram. I'm marking 3.5 cm. Now we are bringing the two open short edges together and we are offsetting the first mark there. Do you see that? So now we can stitch it together again, and you have to perfectly match those lines. They have to kind of cross. Now I'm stitching it kind of from one strip to the next, so they're all aligned. Use a marker that washes out, so you don't have kind of like the color there that doesn't go away, but you need something that is easy to see through the fabric to match it well. Now we can press the seam and then cut the bias tape step by step like a big spiral from the piece of fabric, from this loop. If you want it folded, you can make one of these nifty paper bias tape thingies, or make it from a can of Coke or something. I've seen many things online, and there we go. So now let's grab that bias tape and make our neckline. We will bind the neckline now with the tape, and you want to start somewhere on the back bodice, kind of behind the shoulder seam, and give a bit of extra, like an inch, like a 2 to 3 cm. This we will need later to match up the ends. So I'm just quickly pinning it all around, right side on right side there. So let's start at the beginning there, somewhere behind the shoulder, and stitch it with a footer's width or 0.5 cm to 1/8 of an inch, all the way around, all the way back to the beginning, but don't over stitch. You just stitch exactly kind of to the first stitch, and like this. So now I can fold my bodies a little bit out of the way, and I want to match up the two ends of the bias tape and stitch them together really neat, and then remove all of that extra tape to get a short seam allowance. Now in the next step we want to understitch, and understitching is really important because it makes the bias tape fall very beautifully. So you want to fold the bias tape over all of the seam allowances and then edge stitch all the way around. Take your time, do it nicely. You can also use a special edge stitching footer. I didn't do it, it works just like this too. So once we've done this, we can now finally fold our bias tape into place. I'm just folding it in half so the raw edge kind of hits the inside edge, and then I'm stitching it nice and flat. So we want to be very careful about this because the stitch is visible on the other side. We're working on the left side, so on the right side of the garment there will just be the top stitches, so to say, but from this side it's an edge stitch. I'm not pre-ironing it, I'm just folding it as I go. So now I'm done. Let's bring it over to the table and press it in shape. Everything is a little bit kind of sticking out now. We have to kind of set the bias tape, and we have to set the stitches to make it all nice and flat and neat. So next step, the sleeves. The sleeves are actually just two big rectangles, and we want to gather them to size. So I've stitched 2 rows of stitches, one at half a cm and one at 1.2 cm, or 0.6 and 1.2, something like this. 2/8 of an inch and 4/8 of an inch. Now you grab only the top threads. I used a pin to pull them out, and then we gently push the fabric towards the middle, and I'm taking the other side, grabbing just the top threads, and I'm gently pushing and working my fabric towards the middle. Don't pull too hard, you don't want to break your threads. Now kind of pre-gathering it a bit, and I want to do an open seam. So now I'm placing my sleeve right side on right side of the first armhole there, and I'm slowly and surely pinning it into place. I'm arranging the gathers while I'm going, and now I'm stitching it with 1.5 cm, 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. You can stitch over the pins, but it's a little bit dangerous sometimes. Now, once the stitching is done, I'm going over to the overlock machine, and I'm also overlocking both fabrics at the same time, both parts, and there we go. So one sleeve done, and now one more sleeve to go, and there we go. So that was quick, and actually we now already have a really cute crop top. You can wear it like this. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, so let's do the skirt now. So I'm using half the length. I just I folded the paper in half and cut it like this. And now we want to stitch the 2 lines of stitches. So I'm a little bit more detailed for the skirt part now, so you guys can actually see how it goes. So don't reverse stitch the ends, keep everything open. And now I've actually pinned it center on center, and then I'm gathering it towards the center. The tension of my machine was a little bit off because the bobbin was almost done, almost empty, so it actually gathered already a little bit by itself. Now, one more to go, so we're stitching it now to the bodies, and then we're overlocking it, and there we go. Now, I'm not showing the back, but it's exactly the same. So we're going straight to the side seams. I want to go for open seams with overlock as well, so flip it inside out, and we're matching the side all the way, sleeve to the hem down there, and stitching it with 1.5 cm seam allowance, which is 5/8 of an inch. And then I'm overlocking it together as well, getting rid of all the stuff and threads and bits and bobs hanging around. So one done, one more to go. And now we're now we're ready for the hem. So I haven't done the sleeves yet, and I haven't done the skirt yet, so all of this needs to be hemmed. And I'm going to do a roll hem here. I'm not pre-ironing it. I was a little bit lazy, but I kind of have an eye for it. So you want to fold it 0.75, 0.75, which is kind of 5/16 of an inch. And then we are stitching it from the inside like an edge stitch. These are just like straight edges, so it's actually pretty easy to just do it while you're going. If you have a bit of an eye for it, you want to look at the footer, like kind of how much is next to the footer, and you can kind of use this as your guide that you get it right. Don't pull too hard. I was pulling a little bit too hard. Then it always gets this, yeah, it moves into one direction, sort of. But we can iron that out in a minute. Anyway, anyhow, we are done. So this is actually quite a quick project if you're not filming it like me. It's maybe like an hour or an hour, maybe 2. And yes, isn't she pretty? I really like it. And yeah, I couldn't help but I want to try it on too. So there we go. It's really comfy, it's really fun, and it's super floaty. Anyway guys, please subscribe, please like, and see you soon. The next clip will be the fancy pants, and I will also throw in the bias tutorial as a separate clip as well. Bye bye!